Hey guys, what's up? Noah from WSK, and today we're doing a video about knives. No surprise, is it? Today's a little bit different. This is what to find in a knife. It's more to appeal about what somebody else wants. Because not everybody will like the same knife. Everybody's different, and everybody likes different things. Including knives. So people have different, what's the word?
Tastes.
Yeah, they have different tastes when it comes to knives. They have different standards. They want something that's different. They don't want the same, average Joe knife. They want something that they can use to cook, chop, slice, hack, whatever. It's just, it's a preference thing. That was the word, preference. People have different preferences when it comes to knives. So I split this into a few different categories. The first one being small knives. And there are people that don't want a really big knife. My sister, I just got her into prepping and a bug out bag and all that, and the only knife that she would agree upon was a Mora. People,
Me.
what? Oh, and her. She didn't want a big knife either. That's why I got her this one. But these are kind of the smallish knives right here. These first three. This is the Mora Companion. I think this is the heavy duty. I'm not sure. This one's the Bear Grylls Compact Fixed Blade, and the Glock. I did do a review on this one. Have not done any on these two. This could be more for people that don't want a big knife. They want something they can cook with, slice. Nothing to chop with. And then we get into the medium largish category, which are these three here, or four. People may not want a big knife like the Tahoma because just weigh them down or something. So they'll go with the medium one. That's stout, thick, and heavy enough to chop something and split. Because some people do want that preference, but they don't want a big knife. The BK10 is an excellent option for that if you don't want a big knife but you want a big tank. This one or the BK2. People would like knives like that. The other three, they're kind of the larger scale. The BK7, this is considered a tactical blade, combat, whatever. Actually, these four, the Glock from the K-Bar, would be considered in that category. But the BK7 could be definitely used for a survival knife, as well as a combat. Now, this one is more of a combat knife than it is survival. This one is the BK7 fighting knife. I'm not exactly sure which model, but this one does have serrations on the end. I got with serrations because I forgot that it came without serrations. Stupid me. Anyway, these ones can be definitely used for combat, as well as survival. This one is a very good bushcraft knife. I've seen a lot of people use this as a bushcraft knife, as long as you don't get it with the serrations like I have. The next one is kind of the larger survival knives. SE is definitely for survival, but this is the SE6. I've not done a review on this one or the fighting knife. The SE6 is definitely used for survival. They do have an SE6 with a swedge on the top that can definitely be used for combat, and as well as some of the Azulas I do believe can be used for combat. Maybe not. I don't know. This one, I have heard about people actually taking this overseas. It's not really made for that, but I guess it could be used for it, especially because it has two edges. But the Tahoma field knife is definitely a survival knife. I would think of this more as a survival knife than I would a combat. But it's all about preference. The last thing is big heavy choppers. These two here are definitely big heavy choppers. This one obviously bigger than the Tahoma. This is the Condor Parang, Villager Parang. This was actually the first video I did. This one, would definitely not recommend using this as a combat Parang. There are some that I do know of. There are some combat machetes. This one I wouldn't do this. This is definitely something you take out to the backyard to clear brush, or something you'd use for bushcraft.
You could chop somebody's head off with it, though.
Yes, but doesn't really fit up to the code of being tactical. When you're thinking of a tactical blade, you want something that's quick release. Like the Essie. The Essie comes with this polymer sheath, which can easily just be clicked in and out of it. Like if I were to have this onto a backpack strap, like on my day pack, and it was upside down, it clicks in, and I can just pull it right out. The Parang, you can't do that because it has the 2 button snaps on the leather sheath that is only for leg carry.
So good for the apocalypse, not necessarily war or battle.
Yes, true. But that does bring me to the next part, sheaths. If you are looking for a survival knife, you want a knife that is secure in the sheath. Like the BK10, this one has 2 button snaps on its Fedora sheath. Now, a lot of people are not a fan of nylon or Fedora because it's kind of cheap. But when I think of when you get a knife and it comes with a sheath, you should be happy regardless of what it's made of. Because that way it's safer than just having it like this, without a sheath, sharp, and could cut you, or of course. So, think about that next time you're about to do a rant about the crappy sheath you got with your knife. But, with Bushcraft, you can have a nice leather sheath with as many button snaps as you want because you're not in a big rush. Survival, it's kind of a little bit different. It depends on the situation, but you could have a sheath kind of like the Parang. But a Kydex or a Fedora nylon would work just the same. Or even a polymer. But I do not own any Kydex. I will be probably around maybe next year. There is no deadline, so do not wait for that. I will announce it though. But that's just a thing about knives. People have different preferences. So that I'm just trying to say it has to appeal to the person. It depends on the knife. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Noah from WSK, and I'll see you guys in the next video.